In January 2003, I returned home from teaching with my arms full of books and papers. I could not catch my breath. I thought at first it was because the textbooks were too heavy, or perhaps I had a respiratory infection, or maybe I was just too cold. I found taking shorter breaths relieved the stressful feeling I had most of the evening. In the morning, I felt I could breathe normally. A week later, I talked with my primary physician about what I had experienced. He referred me to a cardiologist just in case there may be something wrong with my heart. The cardiologist asked me, "Do you smoke? Drink alcohol? Have high blood pressure? Have pain down your arm or up to your jaw? Do you have a crushing pain in your chest?" I said no to all of his questions. He asked, "Do you exercise?" I said yes. "Do you have a family history of heart disease?" Yes, both my parents died of heart disease. He conducted a brief examination and then told me, "I'm 94% sure it's not your heart." Afterward, he gave me a prescription and sent me home. A month later, when I went back, he asked, "Did the prescription help?" I said, "Not with the shortness of breath." He appeared surprised and scheduled more testing, which showed 3 arteries were blocked, more than 90%, and others were 40 to 60%. I was prescribed medication and told I may need surgery in 5 years. But 1 year later, I had bypass surgery. 3 months later, I had a cardiac incident at the hockey arena. I felt ill. My hearing was muffled and the sound seemed to bounce off the walls. At first, I was concerned. But then I thought it was because the arena was so empty, which produced an echo effect. Next, my vision became impaired and the ice arena changed shape. I fell forward from the waist up. My husband helped me by pulling on my sweatshirt. I looked at him with unfocused vision and said, "I don't feel good. I'm going to try to get to the first aid room." Fortunately, it was only 20 feet away. I walked as fast as I could, hearing my husband telling the EMTs, "She doesn't feel good." One replied, "That's okay, we have a chair right here." I saw a wheelchair covered with a white sheet. I sat down and immediately slumped over. I could not see or speak, but I could still hear. One of the EMTs kept repeating, "What's your name? What's your name? Tell me your name." I could not respond. I thought, why doesn't my husband tell him my name so he'll stop yelling at me? I started to feel the other EMT touch my wrist and then my neck. I heard him call out, "I can't get a pulse. She doesn't have a pulse. I can't get a pulse." I knew I was in terrible trouble. I thought to myself, "Don't give up. I'm still here. Don't give up. I'm still here." I heard the EMT report, "Her blood pressure is 58/33. That was the last sound I remember. I was transported to the hospital for a collapsed artery. From my experience, I wanted to share a few points. Women's heart attack symptoms may be different. If you feel something is wrong, then get it checked. Don't be afraid or embarrassed to call 911. My cardiologist told me, "Minutes are muscle. For every minute lost, there may be loss of muscle tissue." Finally, make sure you have a physician who is willing to take the time to answer all of your questions. During the winter of 2013, I began to wonder, what can I do to heal myself and overcome pain from a recent surgery? I remember I started a child's shawl, which evolved into 13 women's shawls that formed the Healing Through Culture and Art Shawl Collection to increase awareness and emphasize cardiac health care for American Indian women. They were exhibited at Ziboing Culture Center for 3 months, and they were danced in at the traditional Saginaw Chippewa powwow in June of 2015. Today I often reflect on why the Creator let me live. Now, every time something positive happens, I think, this is why I'm here.